Your daily dose of sports and fun. This is the Morning Drive Podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
We get this from the Yates Flooring Center chat line off the Double T 97.3 mobile app presented by Happy State Bank. I don't remember this because this is just kind of outside my sports memory bank. I mean, I'm aware of it, but I don't remember like the day it happened. But this guy says Paul Hornung got suspended when I was a kid, and I do remember the Alex Karras situation when he got suspended as well, and those were about the same kind of timeline. Both would go back to play. We get this. How in the heck can anyone expect Tech to miraculously find something like this out? That is well hidden. Diligence, interviews. Oh, hey, you wouldn't happen to be doing any illegal gambling on the side, would you? It's ludicrous.
I don't. I pretty much agree with the texter there, but I don't know if that is information that the coaching staff or whoever your general manager could get to. I have no idea his gambling history or anything like that. I don't know if anybody could get to my gambling history if they wanted to investigate me or not. Mm-hmm. I have no idea. I bet it's going to take them a while to find one. But if you're just looking for something to do in your free time, have at it. Yeah, right. Have at it. Let me know what you find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea how difficult that information would be to get on Brendan Sorsby.
I mean,
no clue.
Somebody said, "I'm shocked this didn't come out sooner. Timing is bizarre." Okay, then you knew something we all didn't know then, because I got to tell you, when this came down the pike at 12:04 yesterday, it was pretty shocking.
So if there is any truth to the thought that Cincinnati may have leaked this information or whatever, how did they know? How would they have gotten the information?
Mm-hmm. Unless they knew all along and just swept it under the rug because he's an elite quarterback.
So who is allowed? I mean, if let's say he's doing it on FanDuel, mm-hmm. Okay, is somebody allowed to go in and look at his FanDuel account?
They would have to get access to it.
How would that be legal?
I don't know, unless it becomes no, or he's not doing FanDuel, or he's doing something else, or he wins a bunch of stuff, and then he tells some of his friends, and the word spreads, but.
I'm so naive, and so I don't know either. No clue on any of this stuff.
This is we all have our warts, so to speak, and that's not something I choose to waste my money on. I mean, I've certainly wasted my money on other things. I will say this: this person, I'm going to read this exactly, and then we can comment. It's trying to be said that Cincinnati knew and leaked this to hurt Sorsby. If this is true, they should be the one to pay the price by vacating wins, ineligibility next season, etc., for knowing and looking the other way while he was there. Well, that's called lack of institutional control, and that's an NCAA matter. Now, how much teeth does the NCAA have left? I got no idea. I mean,
how could you prove that they knew when he was playing games?
Yeah. I don't know how you prove that.
Maybe they say they just found out.
Yeah, and if they did do that, to me, that's some extortion there or blackmail. Hey, we're going to leak this out unless you pay us the $1 million, because they still got a lawsuit going on with each other in Sorsby's camp.
Well, if that is the case and he didn't just play the $1 million. What moron is representing him that didn't say just pay the $1 million?
Yeah, and I don't know if it was a tit for tat like that, but
seriously,
yeah,
if they said that, hey, we're going to leak this information unless you pay the $1 million, who representing him wouldn't have said pay the $1 million?
Unless he doesn't have the $1 million.
I'm sure he can get it.
Well, right, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if he's exhausted his resources. Who knows? maybe because he was
Put it on a layaway plan.
We'll
get you the $1 million.
They were countersuing Cincinnati, saying basically that the laws of Ohio don't allow for a player to be penalized for leaving a contract early. And they're saying that other players were allowed to leave without paying for their buyout of their contract. So it seems to be a bit of a mess. All the way around.
Or things surrounding Brendan Sorsby.
Well, things surrounding Brendan Sorsby, absolutely. But now it's affected.
Because I don't think Texas Tech is a mess.
No. I
think Texas Tech's got things going in the right direction.
Absolutely. But, now he's involved you in his mess. Mm-hmm. And then you're affected by
Definitely affected by it.
His mess,
Yep.
So, man, it's a conundrum. Why isn't Sorsby taking heat for not disclosing this information? Ultimately, it's his responsibility to. I feel like he is.
I think Brendan Sorsby's taking a lot of heat now.
Yeah, he's taking a lot of heat.
and I think we all know why Brendan Sorsby didn't disclose the information.
Yeah, he didn't want anybody to find out. Like, do you want everybody to find out what's in your closet? No, no.
Bunch of really clean shoes.
Yeah, I'm sure. I got no doubt. There's really clean shoes in your closet. Okay, there's no, and you'd find a lot of ties in my closet.
Yes,
okay,
yes.
You'd find a lot of ties in my closet. And yeah, but man, it's sad. Okay, on one end, it's sad. It's sad that he put himself in this position. It's sad that he got himself in this spot.
Extremely, especially for him. Mm-hmm. At the same time, he's the one person in this whole deal that
made bad choices. Yeah. And he's going to pay a price for
Ultimately,
this.
Texas Tech made a bad choice in
selecting him,
but obviously they didn't know the full story.
Yeah.
It's not like they knew it, or at least I don't think they did. They knew it and they let it go.
Yeah. So he's put you in a pickle, that's for sure. What'll be interesting.
First and second, or second and third?
I'm sorry, what?
You put us in a pickle between first and second, or second and third.
Well, how about between third and home? Because
well, the season hasn't started yet. I don't think you can be getting ready to score.
That's true. The government has been cracking down on betting apps and odds apps. Been multiple stories where apps, says Kalishi, have turned in their own users to meet government compliance. Well, okay.
Well, and the good news about this, though, is there isn't any FBI investigation involved.
Yeah.
So all of that is on the up, quote unquote, up and up.
And
like
I'm just going to say
shaving
this,
points or anything
that we know of yet.
Yeah.
That we know of yet, because a lot's come out, but there's got to be more fire there.
This is the Morning Drive Podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
Going to start us off in 1956. Cincinnati Reds outfielder Frank Robinson hits a home run.
Was it his first?
It was his very first of his 586 career bombs. 1961. Milwaukee Braves future Hall of Fame pitcher Warren Spahn throws his second career no-hitter. This one at 41. Beats the San Francisco Giants 1-0 at County Stadium. 1985, Fernando Valenzuela sets a record of 41 scoreless innings to start a season. That's what we like to call domination.
He was just fun, right? He was just fun.
I mean, I don't know that anybody that has a problem with Fernando Valenzuela. I'm sure he's got an ex-girlfriend somewhere that doesn't like him very much, but sports fans, I don't know that anybody disliked him.
I don't think you're right.
2003, Andre Agassi recaptures the world #1 ranking to become the oldest top-ranked male in the history of the ATP rankings at 33 years and 13 days. This was bald Andre.
Okay.
No wig?
Not in 2003.
At that point.
Was this your fandom of him?
No, I never stopped being a fan.
You never stopped being a fan? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't.
I'm still a huge fan.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in 2013, Mason Rudolph, one of 7 Texas Tech multi-hit batters in a 15-hit game, goes 2 for 3 in a road upset of number 11 Oklahoma 9-3. It is National Blueberry Pie Day. I'm not entirely sure I've ever had one.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that.
I like blueberries. I like pie. One would assume I would like a blueberry pie.
It just seems like too much blueberry to me.
What about raspberry or blackberry?
I've had blackberry pie.
Kind of feel similar about that as I do them.
They're both fantastic. Yeah, I'm not a big blueberry guy, so I've never had a blueberry pie, but I've had raspberry, and blackberry pie is probably my favorite.
I cooked blueberry pancakes this past weekend, but, not a whole, blueberry pancake,
That would be weird.
That would be weird, yes.
One giant blueberry covered in paint.
Yeah.
Well, hang on a minute. I might be talking myself into this. Big happy birthday going out today. I wish I could tell you how old he is, though. Can't find what year he was born, but he was born today. Former Texas Tech football player Nehemiah Glover. I can guess how old he is, but I don't know, so I don't want to say.
Don't list that on the...
I have been all over the internet, including again this morning, trying to find the year for this. You find it, you let me know, I'll put it in my sheet.
Wow. I mean, it's very few of these that this is...
There's 6, I think, that I'm currently sitting on that I have days but no years.
Did you ever... Wasn't Coach Kitley one that you were...
Coach Kitley was a white whale for a while. Gus helped me out with that one.
White whale. Nehemiah Glover, right?
Yeah. N-E-H.
I know how to spell Nehemiah.
Glover.
Got it.
Jessica Alba, by the way, also have a birthday today. She's 45. Penelope Cruz is 52. Jay Leno, 76. Ann Margaret, 85. Bridget Monahan is 55. David Freese, 43. Barry Larkin, 62. Blake Bortles, 34. And DeMarcus Lawrence is 34.
According to AI, he was born September 28th, 1981.
Yeah, I would like a better source than AI.
Okay, just...
Something that's got
this is
a little
also
more reputable.
To KCBD, born September 28th, 1981, in Texas City, Texas.
Okay. And on this day, 1988, a seemingly routine 35-minute flight from Hilo to Honolulu, Hawaii, turns into terror when an 18-foot-long section of the upper fuselage suddenly rips off Aloha Airlines Flight 243. The explosive decompression and roof loss sweeps flight attendant C.B. Lansing off the Boeing 737. It sent freezing winds of hurricane force through the cabin and leave passengers in the first 5 rows of the plane completely exposed to the sky. Miraculously, Captain Robert Schorzenheimer landed the plane in Maui with no further deaths.
Wow.
If you ever see the picture of it, it's the cockpit, and then
crazy.
Just past the cockpit, there's 15 rows of no cabin over the plane. And that plane was basically held together by the flooring panels at touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
And that is this day in sports history.
Can I full disclosure on you?
Sure.
I mean, the whole time Jeff was telling that story, I was just trying to figure out a 2-4-3 double play.
Okay.
You said the plane was a 2-4-3.
Oh, 2-4-3.
There's a runner on first, and he's trying to sacrifice bunt, and he doesn't bunt it far enough, and clearly the catcher just hops out from behind the plate, snags it, throws down to second, and then they gun it over to first for a 2-4-3
double play. Just routine like that, right?
Yeah, what's Jeff said the name? What do you call it, Jeff?
Aloha Airlines 243.
Yeah, that's 2-4-3 double.
That's fair.
That's what I was thinking about.
That's awesome. That's
It's just kind of one-track minded.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really awesome. I'm not very well-rounded.
We all We've all got our.
I can't remember who the guy was that flew out of the plane, but I can tell you what a 2-4-3 double play looks like.
Yeah. The fact that she was the only casualty. He was a flight attendant. The fact that she was the only casualty
is amazing. Yes,
it's insane.
Yeah, no doubt.
And the landing job, he had to fly 13 minutes with the top half of the plane missing.
That's crazy. I mean, that is just crazy.
Sunroof, man.
Not exactly the way you'd want it, though.
Going back to Sorsby for a second, somebody asked on the...
Can we talk about the plane more?
Yates Sports Center chat line, is there no chance for a return this year? I'm sure there's a chance. I'm sure there's a chance.
I would guess it's highly unlikely.
Yeah.
But I don't know that there's no chance. I have no idea. NCAA may come back next week and say we've done all of our due diligence and we haven't found anything else and we're going to suspend him from one game and he's good to go. I have no clue.
Yeah. Somebody asked, did Tech know of any rumor of this? Did Tech know of any of this rumor or fact when negotiating him to play? I do not know the answer to that question. Somebody else says, this apparently all happened but 2022 before NCAA defined rulings in 2023. Does that help him? Won't we have the best lawyers money can buy? First of all, I'm not naive to think that all this happened before the 2023 ruling, because if he hadn't gambled since 2022, then why the need to go to rehab? So I don't want to be naive on this and think that nothing has happened since 2023, because I can't imagine that it hasn't.
I thought there were reports that he, bets on first pitches of Reds games, whether a ball or a strike or a breaking ball or a fastball or whatever. I think we saw those rumored reports out there.
I hadn't seen that, but like I said, I'm not going to sit here and go, oh, nothing happened since before 2023, so the rules that are in place now don't really apply to him.
I also don't know, because at one point they were allowed to gamble, but then it seemed like that stopped.
Yeah, they took that away.
So I don't know what's allowed and what's not allowed. I really don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to waste any time trying to figure it out.
Okay. I've got it for you if you'd like it.
This is the Morning Drive Podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
Hey, good morning. It's 7:15 this morning here on the Morning Drive. And we are now joined by the head softball coach of Texas Tech, the Big 12 champs, and the Visual Edge IT hotline, Coach Gerry Glasco. Good morning, Coach. Congratulations.
Good morning.
Well, that was quite a weekend that you just had, sweeping Arizona State, and I know it's not the ultimate goal, but it's got to be one of the goals to win a Big 12 championship in the regular season.
Yeah, it's exciting. Anytime you win the conference championship, it's exciting, and it's more of a relief. Like when it's over, it's like we got it done, and nothing can go wrong, because you worry. You plan all year to win a conference championship, and then there's ways to lose it even when you should win it. And so it's more, for me, it's more of a relief when it's over. We got it finished, and now we can move on and worry about the postseason.
It's interesting, Coach, because you guys have been so good. You were able to clinch that even before the final Big 12 weekend is upon you. But I mean, you've got a game this week with Tarleton, and then you've got those games with Baylor, and then the Big 12 tournament that's in front of you. How important are these games, because you guys are still fighting for the RPI points to get in that top group to give yourself the opportunity to host a super regional?
Yeah, these games are critical. Every game the whole year has been critical. I mean, there's just, when you're trying to win a national championship and you're trying to get a top seed in the NCAA tournament, there's no days off. And it's exactly this is a situation we were in at Louisiana every year. And we won, it's the only year we haven't won the conference championship since 2019 was 2020 when we had COVID. My teams won the conference championship in 2019, in 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. And we got here and we won last year. And we want to finish strong, and my last two teams at Louisiana, the conference record was 22-2. And right now we've got a chance to be 22-2 in the Big 12, which has been my goal all along, would be 2022 or better. And so these 3 games are critical. If we lose a game, our conference record's worse. Then our chances of getting the super regional hosting bid would almost be. It really hurt us if we lose. So these 4 games are critical games. And then it's just the mentality of your ball club. Like when you start something, you want to finish something. And every single game we played all year, I've tried to make a team realize it's important. And these 4 are as critical as any and the same as the others.
You don't want to have a letdown, but did your team have a chance to at least celebrate winning the conference championship? And how do you manage that?
Well, they wanted to give us the trophy after the game. I said, I don't want the trophy. I want it at home. We'll do it at home. But it was like minimal. Like this team's not focused on. It's part of the equation winning the Big 12. But our picture is we want to get back to that World Series and finish the deal. And, we got on the plane and my daughter said that, the team really didn't even react to the conference championship. And because they made an announcement, but I didn't want them to. I want them to be proud that they're the Big 12 champions. I want them to understand and have confidence because they are the Big 12 championship. But I want it to be a clear, definitive moment that we all understand the big picture. We want to win the national championship. The conference championship is part of the process. You should win your conference championship if you've got a national championship type team. And I want our goals to be high, and I want them to be clear. And so they were proud and excited, but they weren't jumping up and down. They weren't dogpiling in the middle field or anything like that. And I asked them to present the trophy this weekend because I want our fans to feel and be a part of that. It's really important that we develop our fan base, family, softball family with the people that come out every game and support us. And so I wanted that moment to be on our field.
Coach, you told us last week how important it was to get a sweep this past weekend against Arizona State because they're a top 25 team and you wanted to clinch that Big 12 championship. Did you feel like your team went into Arizona State with an extra bit of focus?
Absolutely. I think that the letdown of the week before, we went 4-2 on that road trip, which was, we'd only had 2 losses the whole year, and we lost 2 in 3 days. I think those absolutely woke us up and refocused us, and I felt like the girls really played good at Arizona State. Arizona State, they're a much better ball club. They beat Texas State 9-0. They're a much better ball club than Utah or Texas State that we lost to, and we just had lost some focus, or we lost some intensity, or we got tired. There's a lot of reasons, I guess, you could make for it, but we didn't play well, and that's the only thing that matters. We didn't play well, and we had to figure it out. And I thought the kids were really, really together this weekend. I thought the team chemistry was as good as it had been the entire year.
Coach, who do you rely on in the clubhouse from your player standpoint to help keep everybody focused? Who's the player that's the true appointed leader by their teammates?
Yeah, I think it's more than one, but without a doubt, there's 5 or 6 kids in there that are really good leaders. Vic Valdez is a really good leader. Nyjah is a really good leader. Caitlin Terry leads by just her hard-nosed play, more by what she does than her voice. And then emerging now as leaders, really, really doing a great job is Mia Williams and Taylor Panel. They are really emerging and stepping up, and the team's learning to look to those 2 kids, I think, from their experience and their background. They really are becoming important part of our locker room, and that's where we're getting better.
Coach, I got to think that having 4 or 5 players like that, man, just gives you tremendous relief that you don't always have to be the only voice in there, and probably really helps that you have multiple leaders to guide this team. So it's awesome to see that kind of focus when you have it internally, isn't it?
Oh, it's so lucky. And, I didn't even mention Maya Davis, our leadoff hitter, and nobody can set the tone. Like, she doesn't have to say a word. She go out and get a double and set the tone with her play and her energy. And that's the beauty of talent. And just getting them focused is a big deal, and then having them in that right mindset. And, when I look at this team, like every game, we cannot lose again until after the World Series. And when the World Series is over, we can lose next year. That's how I'm looking at it from here on in the rest of the season in my mindset. And I think the players have the exact same mindset now. We learned our lesson. We figured out things can go wrong south. Things can go bad quickly or can go south quickly. It doesn't take long to lose a 7-inning softball game. It takes about an hour and a half. And all you have to do is not show up not ready to play or not focused. And so I think that road trip may turn out to be the most important moment of the season. But I feel really good going into these 4 games. I hope we play really good. I hope we play really good for a lot of reasons, none bigger than the NCAA tournament seeding that'll be coming out.
Coach, thanks for your time this morning. Good luck tonight and this week. And, man, it's just it's great to see the winning ways of the Red Raider softball team. That's Gerry Glasco here with us on the Visual Edge IT hotline. It is 7:24. Jamie's question of the day is next on Double T 97.3. Good morning.
The Morning Drive podcast from Double T 97.3 is presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction. Jamie's question of the day on Double T 97.3 is brought to you by Connecticut of West Texas.
All right, gentlemen, very simple but not very fun question to ask you today. Guys got any guesses?
My guess is, how many wins will Texas Tech football have now?
If Brendan Sorsby does not take a single snap for the Red Raiders this year, what do you think the regular season record will be? You basically nailed it, Chuck. Yeah.
I hesitated asking you that. I was going to ask you that at 7. But that sounds like that's probably a Jamie question of the day thing. That's
I appreciate you saving it for
pretty low hanging fruit.
It was extremely low hanging, yes.
But I mean, it's appropriate without a doubt.
So I mean, I guess just to be on record, so we have comparison stakes. We were all at 12-0, right?
That's correct. At least I was. I think Jeff was too.
Jeff, you were too. Okay.
Yeah, we were all 12-0.
I said it makes me feel ridiculous saying this out loud. I can't believe I'm picking a 12-0 season going into the year. Yeah. No Sorsby.
I'm just going to tell you, I think it's 8-4 at best. I think quarterback play is just very critical in trying to win at TCU and trying to win at home against Arizona. Cincinnati, that's going to be we may win at Cincinnati now 56-0 because we're so mad at them, but I mean, it's going to be hard.
Who's your starting quarterback?
Yeah, because of your starting quarterback.
And they can say until they're blue in the face that you could get Hammond back in October. Yeah, you could. I'm not anticipating him back until November. Like, to full strength and full playing and being ready to run an offense.
Yeah. And
you're talking about Hammond.
Yeah.
Well, I called Harmon yesterday to Rob and Clint. I don't know why.
Okay.
Just thought that was kind of funny. I thought I should tell you guys.
Okay. Well,
Will Harmon.
And we all.
I don't know why I called him Will Harmon.
We all have our slip-ups, I understand. I certainly have had my slip-ups with people before. At least it's not somebody right in front of you. Oh, and I say 8-4 only because 9-win seasons are they're really, really hard. Jeff?
I say 8-4 because I know who your starting quarterback is going to be the first few weeks. And that stretch of Arizona State.
Can you tell us who?
Huh?
Who?
I don't know who your starting quarterback is.
Oh, I thought you said
I said I don't know who your starting quarterback is.
8-4 because I know.
No, because I don't know.
Because you don't know. Okay.
Houston, loss. Arizona State, Cincinnati, Arizona stretch. Loss. 8-4. I think your defense alone, by itself, without an offense on the field, can beat Abilene Christian.
All right.
So, I'm not worried about game one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm worried about Houston. I'm worried about Arizona State. I'm worried about Cincinnati. I'm worried about Arizona. I'm worried about TCU.
All right. Well, I think I think you're going to take a little bit of a hit. I got you at 10-2. I think you're still playing in the Big 12 championship game. There's just so much talent on this football team on both sides of the ball. You'll figure out at quarterback. Heyman will be back at some point. I think you will probably lose a couple games that you wouldn't have just because your offense won't be clicking. But I still think you have more talent than anybody in the Big 12 conference. Your roster is still more talented. Yep, quarterback's extremely important. Can't disagree with you guys there. But I'm at 10-2.
Can I just say cheers to Syntax Hank? He says still 12-0. We shall overcome.
He's drinking heavily this morning.
Really? I mean, I
like that optimism. I'm in.
I almost went 11-1, so I don't think he's drinking heavily. I mean, he may be drinking heavily. I don't know, but you're so much more talented than everybody else.
I understand, and really, what this means too is your offensive line now is just super, 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 super critical because you have to be able to overcome, an inexperienced quarterback, and your 3 stud running backs become incredibly more important now. With their ability to either run between the tackles or, run for daylight, all those things. But it really all starts up front.
Don't disagree with any of that. It was the same way if Sorsby was there.
It is, yeah. It just
and
gives
your
you
running backs were going to be really important if Sorsby was there.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, it takes away.
You know who really has
wiggle
to hate?
Room.
Yes, absolutely. You know who really has to hate this is the wide receivers.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Especially the guys that came here because they knew he came here.
This was my prediction a few weeks ago. I bet now you have 2 running backs with over 1,000 yards.
Yeah, maybe so.
Maybe so. Mm-hmm. Dan in Dallas says this. I think you have capable quarterbacks that can, quote, drive the bus. 11-1. We assuming Sorsby is gone, and you know what happens when you assume.
I really don't.
Well,
for
this
don't
question
know.
We were.
Yes,
yeah,
for this question
we were. Yes.
I would also say that if I was a betting man, maybe that's not the right words to say. My guess is that he won't play for Tech next year or ever. That's a guess. I am not in the know.
Yeah. I don't think that's a wild guess.
Yeah.
Let's see. Bobby Hot Dogs. I'm still 12-0. Schedule is weak. Roster is loaded. Okay.
Yep.
I don't disagree with that. Although I guess I do because I said 8-4.
But
Chuck doesn't disagree with you except where he does.
I think
Chuck approves of everything you just said except when he doesn't.
Yeah, right. I don't disagree with you, but I guess you. Thank you, Jamie, for not panicking.
I just think you're still really talented, and you're welcome for me not panicking.
Yeah.
But I just think you're still really talented. You're really good on defense, and you've got weapons all over the field. And if your offensive line is good, you know that there's nothing better for a young quarterback or an inexperienced quarterback than is a good offensive line and good running backs, a good running game. And I think you should have a great run game this year, and that should help whoever is in there playing quarterback.
This Hammond gets us 10-2, 12-0 range. Lloyd Jones, the third, 9-3 to 11-1. Kirk Francis would be a rich man's Jackson Tyner, 9-3 or worse. This Sorsby isn't getting enough flack for this whole deal. He broke the rules, took $5 million, flat dishonest.
Clearly, you just joined the program.
Yeah.
All that seems accurate to us.
Yeah.
The Morning Drive podcast from Double T 97.3 is presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
8:02 this morning here on the good old Morning Drive. Thanks for being with us with Jamie Lent, Jeff McGuire. I'm Chuck Heinz. You like the little drum? You like the little that? I feel like that helps calm me down a little bit sometimes.
I think it's a.
Oh, thank you. That's better.
It's
a crutch.
A little nervous twitch.
Oh yeah, it's probably some of that. Yeah. Or just an unsettling twitch. I make a lot of noises and things along those lines, and grunting and groaning and huffing and puffing, and the creaks and cracks and all that kind of stuff. So it's just, it's hard being Chuck Heinz. I'll just tell you that. Sometimes it's hard being around Chuck Heinz, too.
I probably would agree with both of those comments.
Yeah.
Yep.
Chuck, there's only one person that can fix that.
It's me.
I wasn't going to point any fingers.
Yeah, I know.
I was just saying there's only one person who can fix that.
No, you're right. Yeah. You're right. So,
I mean, Jamie can't fix it. It's hard being Chuck Heinz.
And Lucky Lady would say it's hard being Lucky Lady.
She can fix that too.
I don't know. Every time I see her, she seems to be
smiling.
enjoying it. Yeah.
I mean, she can fix that too in a different way.
Yeah, she can.
But we don't want that to happen because we like her.
Yeah.
But she's, contract's coming up, right?
Let's see here. Some thoughts and comments as we come to you from the First United Bank studio here in downtown Lubbock. Thoughts, comments, Yates Flooring Center chat line, Visual Edge IT hotline, open to 806-771-0973. Let's see. Please tell me you didn't run out of power before the power hour. No, not at all. Somebody says this. Jamie, if wild speculation isn't on next year's horse name list, you have failed us. I mean, is there a chance to get it in? Are the names set? Have we announced the official names for the horse race?
You'll have to contact the guys that are in charge of the official names for the horse race.
And when is said horse race? Is it?
We have.
Is it Friday?
I think it's later this week.
Yeah, the Kentucky Derby is Saturday, by the way.
Yeah, it feels like the right time to do it, but at the same time,
you'll have to contact the guys.
Horse racing which people bet on, doesn't seem like a great time to be doing that. So we're right now. So we're navigating through.
Oh, because of the betting aspect of the horse racing and stuff like that?
Yeah, there's a lot of people that gamble on this horse race.
Yeah, right. No, I understand. I understand the term.
No, we're just trying to be appropriate. Let's just put it to you that way.
Be appropriate. Okay.
Yeah.
Which is like the opposite of the horse race.
Yeah. Yeah.
The horse race itself is not appropriate.
Yeah.
It's very... Well, inappropriate. No, I think I squashed all the inappropriate.
Yeah, I think you did that. Yeah. With all the bad news, you all find a way to make me laugh. Well, that's the goal. I mean, we want to. Not that I'm doing a comedy routine here every day with Jamie and Jeff and the three of us.
Feels like that sometimes, though.
Yeah, but I mean, it's trying to be a little entertaining, and provide some facts along the way, and probably get some wrong as well.
Probably.
Wild speculating equals flat bases, ability to dodge lightning, useless belly buttons, etc. Yeah, all that stuff. You're exactly right.
I don't even remember the belly button conversation. What was that about?
Yeah, I can't remember. Let's see here.
Did you say that they were useless?
I don't know if I said they were. I forget. Can't remember everything that I say, Jamie.
Feels like during the whole birthing process, they're pretty necessary, right? When you're in the womb.
Okay.
Yeah, it feels like the belly button is a big part of you.
I never took any anatomy classes, so I didn't really ever know the significance of the belly button, so to speak. It's critical, huh? Yes. That's the umbilical cord, right? That's
correct.
Okay, that whole deal. See, when I came along in the girls' life, they'd already passed that portion of the show. Bobby Hot Dogs, when are you guys expecting to get an NCAA decision? Oh, for God's sake, I don't know, man. Those guys move at a snail's pace. Let me ask you this. Here's a question.
September 4th.
That's a really good question. I have no clue.
Let me ask you this.
September 4th, by the way, is when I expect one.
When's the game?
The 5th.
I think it'll be before then.
Right, because the NCAA is so prompt on those things.
So let me ask you this. Let's just say let's just wildly speculate, okay, that we haven't been doing all morning. Well, let's just wildly speculate that what we know right
with knives and forks in my hands.
Right. That we know.
But I'm not wearing slides. I refuse.
That we know everything there is to know right now, okay? And that that he didn't bet on his team in Cincinnati. Okay.
I thought we knew that he did.
No, Cincinnati is Indiana where he bet.
Oh, it was Indiana. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You're right.
But it was one game, and he didn't play in that game, and he played in only one game for Indiana his redshirt freshman year. Okay. And let's say all the other bets were nominal. Okay. Even though there's thousands of them. Okay. Do you think at some point in time here in the next, let's just say 30 days, after he gets out of rehab, maybe 60 days, the Texas Tech, before the NCAA sets a minimum, sets a penalty for themselves that they could say, we are going to suspend Brendan Sorsby. Brendan Sorsby. I got to get the E in there. Brendan Sorsby for 3 games, 2 non-conference, the opener against Abilene Christian, the game at Oregon State, and the opening Big 12 game against Houston. We are going to suspend him 3 games. That, and then say to the NCAA that we feel is an appropriate punishment, and then he's going to make amends with Cincinnati and handle his business there. Do you think Texas Tech should get out in front of this and take some kind of proactive disciplinary actions?
They obviously have way more information than we do.
Right.
If they were to do that, that would lead you to believe that they feel like that one time at Indiana was the only time.
Mm-hmm.
And so if they did that, I think that would make sense. In my mind right now, I fear there is way more and that more will come out.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know that right now I would think that's the right thing to do.
Yeah, I understand that.
Okay.
Yeah, today. I'm not suggesting today.
But again, maybe later when they think they have all the information and they feel like that's appropriate, then I think that does make sense. So unfortunately, I feel like you have to wait and figure out what all the information is before you go that route.
That makes sense.
This has been the Morning Drive Podcast, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction. Check out our library of Double T 97.3 podcasts at doublet97.3.com.